And I like how you get to see here the old cog, one of the old veterans, like, not feeling good. Like, he's like, I don't have loyalty towards it, but I don't like the fact that everything that I was replaced by these, you know...
Take him out.
By these giant walking, like, tin men, things that don't think. It takes away that human aspect of the soldiers here. Can I? Oh, I'm inside the fabricator! I was hopefully getting to use that, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Oh wow, I can just like knock him out of that. And like I said, these things, you really don't know where to shoot. It's just inflict as much damage as possible. Hopefully you hit a core or something like that that's just gonna put them out of commission and make them break, make them, you know, go into that, like, self-destruct run mode like they just do there. And I like that. I like the fact that they said, hey, here's just a robot that you took out the first ones, which would still take cover. Now we're going to give you the ones that are just meant to keep walking up on you, the ones that don't stop for any reason whatsoever.
These things don't give up. I can't let them go away.
As you see, they just come, like, kicking through walls, and they come in these drop pods, and all they do is a massive amount of damage. And when they are about to be defeated, they will run up on you and just explode, really setting you reeling and making you take a lot more damage than you think. So it shows that even in death, we're not able to just stop them. Where they can still do damage, even though that they're now like, okay, I've sustained too much damage, and my only option now is to explode and detonate my core. That part of their directive is, okay, just run up on the people that were shooting at you. Eventually, one of you will break through, and then your explosion can take out 2 or 3. So it doesn't matter that they've destroyed so many of you, if especially you're fighting humans, where it's like, oh, this isn't very replaceable. These things can be mass-produced. They will win by that war of attrition. As you can see, this is why I don't use a sniper rifle, because my aim is not necessarily the greatest.
More trackers. Oh, yeah. Eyes up. Exit's just ahead.
I hope none of Jin's bots found Chuz.
Don't you worry about Ugly. He can take care of himself.
God, I love that entire everything about that damn horse, like Chuz, whatever, like that horsealope, I guess I'm gonna call it, like a horse antelope type of thing, like or like ox horse almost, because it's big and built almost like a horse is, but it still has like that like stubbornness. I'm like, oh, I could see you being like stubborn as an ox and being like the best of both worlds there.
Congratulations! You managed to get the fabricator most of the way out of the settlement. Now what?
God, what an asshole.
Well, now we use that crane to lower us a path out of here. Easy.
Easy, huh? There are no...
Done.
Yeah. Let's go!
More things are coming!
I do love this sniper rifle here. It is to me, a fantastic addition to it. It feels like a charge one, so it doesn't feel like the longbow did. And if you're gonna add something new, like this is a really good addition to the universe because it makes the gun feel a little bit fresh, but still.
Watch it! More snipers!
I don't know. I just greatly enjoy. I really do enjoy this weapon a lot and the add-ons to the game. So I dropped those onto the snipers up there, so I wouldn't really have to worry about them. And now it's just gonna be taking care of that big guy back there because he's got the tri-shot, which is the weapon that you saw me using earlier that fired the chain gun. Alright, and there we go here. Now we should be almost all done. Let me grab this just in case.
You did pretty good back there.
Pretty good.
Oh, so sorry. I meant magnificent. Oh, I've never seen such spectacular feats of combat.
Like I said, what an asshole. God, I like him so much.
Glad you're safe, Ugly. Your friend Jin? She's not the type to give up.
You're right about that. Oscar, come on, we gotta go.
Sorry, Hotshot. I drive.
Fine. You drive.
Look, I need you watching our backs. You're a better shot than I am.
Huh. Really?
No, I'm just trying to make you feel better.
The thing is, I've had a sergeant like that. Everyone has a friend in the military who's like that. I just think it's a really, really good job there. And now we get to see, like, this is what a settlement looks like outside of the fabricated cities.
I was just about to head to Settlement 5 myself.
We had a few snags.
So we know at least there are 5 settlements, and probably more.
The cog is on his way.
How long do we have? I'll greet our guest. First Minister.
Reyna, I'm here for my people. Stand aside.
You're out of your jurisdiction, First Minister.
So, here's what happens next. Anyone who resists COG justice will be dealt with.
Like Settlement 2?
That's your choice.
You're forgetting one thing.
Oh? And what's that?
This isn't Settlement 2.
Okay. Good meeting.
Oh, it's
I
over.
love that so much.
And follow me.
And then there's a Carmine, and it's just like, no, we're not dealing with this. And like I said, this is a successful dystopian society because what we're ending up and what we're going to be dealing with here is, hey, Settlement 2, something happened that brought people into compliance. Like, that was very negative.
The DBs are armed with more than shock rifles now.
Wait, Jin's using lethal force? Oh shit. Get everyone inside the meeting hall, now!
And I like that now that it's like, okay, she's using lethal force, so we need to rethink our entire plan. Like, we need to do everything that we can to protect them as much as possible.
Nice shot, kid. Reyna, the wall guns are ready.
Carmine, get back up there!
So Carmine always wears his COG helmet. We've never gotten to see a Carmine face, and we don't know what his first name is here.
Well, let's hope it's enough. Go on inside.
But yeah, so like I said, successful dystopian society. That's not something you think about as much.
The cog's almost here. Deploy
But
the fabricator.
It is possible. It is one of those things where it's like, okay, all we're saying is that they are keeping people in line and they're doing their best to protect them. Typically, like I said,
They're fine. They're trading with the South Village. Lock it up.
you know, all a dystopian society is where they give up some freedom, some liberties, or most or all their liberties in order to support the greater good. Which, like I said, might actually be necessary here. You may not always agree with it, and you might be like, no, they're bad guys, but when it comes to rebuilding, we need to be, this is what it needs. It's no longer black, white, any other race, political creed, religious preference, whatever, sexuality. It is humanity. I don't care. You be you, but you will fight for me. You will do what we need to do to make sure that we can succeed.
Your first minister is fond of the grand gesture.
Yeah, she doesn't do subtle.
Well, neither do I. Defend this door, and let's show her exactly what happens when you attack outsiders.